What is up? This is the second to last episode of the Dwayne Haskins career revival. We'll be going over the entire season. This will be a season recap. We're 12-3 at the moment. We started off kind of slow, but then we started picking up some wins. I think we started 4-3, and then we won one out. We beat the Cardinals football team, Texans. We beat the Packers here. Or no, we lost to the Packers pretty badly. And then we beat the 49ers by a point. And then we blew out the Titans 38-14. Scored 21 points in the third quarter. Then we went to Chicago, blew them out. We didn't have that great of a rushing offense this year, but we did lead the league in points scored. We went to Detroit, blew them out, so we got really hot down the stretch and blew 3 straight teams out. And then we played the Saints on Monday Night Football and beat them. So we currently sit at 12-3. Traded Jarran Reed and a couple of picks to the Vikings for Danielle Hunter. But he's been injured virtually the entire season. He only had 1 sack with us. So, kind of wish I had that back. He's currently injured. I think he'll be back for the Super Bowl. And then another trade we made was for DJ Reader to replace Jarran Reed, which is a pretty good trade. He had 4 sacks this year and was very good in the run game. Our running defense in the first couple games was horrible, so he definitely helped. He had 4 sacks, his career high, actually. So he's making $9 million a year, so a little bit less than what Reed was making. And then Bruce Irvin was sitting in free agency like 2 weeks before the last game of the season. So we picked him up to play over Cody Barton at Sam linebacker. He's only played a couple games with us, so doesn't have that many stats. So the last game of the season, we played the Los Angeles Rams. We handled them pretty easily. It was pretty close down to the wire, but here's a Darrell Taylor fumble recovery for a touchdown. And then late in the game, the Rams are driving down the field trying to tie up the game or win, and Jared Goff throws a pick 6 to Jamal Adams, and that was Jamal Adams' 7th interception on the year. He led the NFL in interceptions. So we beat the Rams 38-28. So we won the division at 13-3. They went 12-4. And here is the playoff bracket. Kansas City takes on Miami. The Panthers take on the Falcons. Bills and Bengals. Packers, Vikings, Jags with Russell Wilson, and the Browns, and then the Eagles and the Rams. The stats on the year: Dwayne Haskins, 36 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. 10 of those were probably on me. Chris Carson, pretty good yards per carry. Rashad Penny played really well this year, so a really good 1-2 punch there. In the receiving game, Kyle Pitts actually led us in catches and nearly led us in yards. He did lead us in yards. DK Metcalf was second, Tyler Lockett third, Rashad Penny almost had 1,000 yards of total scrimmage yards. And then touchdowns, Tyler Lockett led us in touchdowns. Jordan Brooks led us in tackles, Jamal Adams in second. LJ Collier actually led us in sacks. Danielle Hunter had 5, but only 1 with us. Jerry Hughes had 4.5. DJ Reader had 4. Boona Ford had 4. Darrell Taylor had 4. So he had a pretty good second season. And in interceptions, Jamal Adams had 7. Ugo Amadi had 4. Bobby and Quentin Dunbar had 3. DJ Reed had 3. He started opposite of Dunbar. We had a lot of takeaways this year. I think we led the NFL in takeaways. Rashad Penny had a kick return touchdown, so he was a really good kick returner for us. The wild card round, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Dolphins, so they're moving on. The Panthers beat the Falcons. The Bills beat the Bengals, who the Bengals actually had a really good year. The Packers beat the Vikings. I think both teams are 8-8. The Jaguars with Russell Wilson are moving on to the divisional round after beating the Browns. The Eagles, the 8-8 Eagles, beat the 12-4 Rams in the wild card round. So these are the matchups. Eagles will play the Seahawks. The Panthers will play the Packers. The Ravens will play the Jaguars. And the Chiefs will play the Bills in the divisional round of the playoffs. And in the AFC Championship game, the Baltimore Ravens beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Both quarterbacks almost played flawless. Lamar just played better. Wasn't much of a run game for either teams. In the receiving game, McCole Hardman led the Chiefs. Marquise Brown led the Ravens. And T.Y. Hilton is also on the Ravens. Patrick Queen led the game in tackles. Gerald McCoy actually had a sack with Jalen Ferguson. No interceptions. And the Seahawks absolutely obliterated the Packers in the NFC Championship game. Dwayne Haskins played great. Great running game. Rashad Penny played great. Chris Carson. We shut down their running game. In the receiving game, DK Metcalf and David Moore led us in yards. Robert Tonyan led the Packers in yards. Jordan Brooks had our only sack. We gave up 3. And, of course, there were no interceptions. So, the Super Bowl matchup for next episode is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Seattle Seahawks in Dallas for Super Bowl 56. In the championship game, we lost Poona Ford. He will not play, so we'll have to put him on IR. And the guy I want to bring in to replace him is a guy we had on the practice squad for the last couple of years, Cedric Lattimore. The NFL MVP is Josh Allen. Russell Wilson came in second with the Jaguars. Patrick Mahomes came in third. And for Coach of the Year, Pete Carroll won that. Rookie of the Year, Trey Lance of the Saints. Chase and Waddle came in second and third. And Kyle Pitts came in fourth. Kwity Paye wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Micah Parsons and Jawaan Holland come in second and third. We didn't really have anyone on the defensive side. Dwayne Haskins came in second for best quarterback. We had Chris Carson at 9th for best running back. No one for best receiver, best O-lineman, no one for best defensive lineman, no one for best linebacker either. Jamal Adams won Defensive Back of the Year, and Ugo Amadi came in 9th. So that is going to wrap this one up, and I will see you in the next one for the Super Bowl versus the Seahawks and Ravens.